Good morning, guys. How you doing? My name is Greg. I'm deaf and hard of hearing, and I am doing this whole splinter band conversion in sign language. And today we're gonna talk a little bit about rain and leaks. Recently we had the tropical storm, Hurricane Debbie here in Florida. Hopefully you all made it okay. It's still going on right now in North Florida, and so I had a lot of rain, and this was a perfect test to see what is going on with any leaks or any issues or whatever before I go ahead with the installation. It's been a few weeks now, so I wanted to give it time to make sure, because the last few videos I did a lot of cutting. We cut the fan, the Max Air fan. We did the AC, we cut for that one. We bonded windows, we cut 2 of those, and then the flare space, 2 of those. So a lot of cutting that I really want to make sure before I go ahead with the installation to be 100% dry. And so I want to talk about a few things. So bonded windows, that one I was nervous about. Made a lot of mistakes. I think the biggest mistake I made was when they gave me the urethane, I went ahead and I used like the cheap caulking gun, and you really should use like an electrical one, because it's so thick and I had a hard time squeezing that, and you want to have a nice beam of urethane with no gaps. And I did the best I can, so I put it up, waited a day or two to let it cure, and then I tested out with a garden hose. So let's go inside the fan. That side, perfect, 100%. Passenger side, 2 leaks in 2 different areas. Let's see. We had a leak right here, and then we had a leak right here. So, and it was not a drip, it was like a nice little stream of those 2 leaks. So I decided, and I researched the videos, and some people redid the whole thing. Some people tried like the milk thing that they put in there, hopefully to to clog it up. I went ahead and I used Silka Flex, and then I left the tip as pointy as I can, and then I went ahead and I caulked in the gap right in there. You can see all the way down. I caulked it twice, and then you can see it all the way down, just the top part, and I did it twice. And then that was a few weeks ago. No leak, and plus we had the tropical storm and the hurricane, all that rain, 100% dry. So that might give you a little bit of confidence. So if you have some leak, try to get in there as much as you can, do a couple of times, do a clean, and then it may work for you all. So that's check, done. The Max Air fan, no leak. The AC, no leak. The flare space on both sides, 100% no leak. Really happy with that one. I had 2 leaks. One, if you can see, let's get a little close. Where is it? Look at my orientation. Okay, right here. There is a circle thing. It's like a circle tab, factory tab. It was leaking from there quite a bit, and I could see the puddle on the floor. So I went on the top and I caulked around that, really, button that up. So that took care of it. I had a leak here, and now I'm having a leak here. I fixed this a while ago, and I wanted to show you what I did to fix. There was a gap right here, a small gap, and it was not closing, and then it was just leaking. So I'm gonna go back on the outside. So what I bought a ladder and clamp it on the top, and you clamp on the bottom of the door. And I think you know, I think that it is that's what's causing the leak a little bit, creating that little gap. So I want to have it closed more. So how do you do that? There's a little screw, pan screw right here. If you can kind of see that, there's one, and then there's another one right there. Okay? You screw that clockwise, couple of times. It pushes the pin outward, which forces the door to close tighter. So I did that for this door because I could see like the daylight. You know, when you close the door, I tighten up that pin clockwise, seals it shut. It's great. I just did it, you know, about an hour ago, and so it's really hard to tell, you know, if that's working or not. You know, we'll see. So, but some people know about it, some people don't. I wanted to share that little screw. You tighten it up clockwise, and then what it does is it pushes the pin towards this frame. So when the pin goes out, and then when you close it, this puts pressure on the pin, which forces the door to close, if that makes sense. So clockwise. And so now, we'll see. Leaks is something that I am most concerned about, and I'm happy that I gave it time, at least a few weeks, to see what is going on with the leaks, if there is any, and I found 3. And 2 of them I fixed, no problem. And then the last one is this door. Just imagine I went ahead and I put the bed and the installation and everything, all of that would have been wet. So I think this is the part you really have to pay close attention to and wait and take your time. And sometimes, I tested several times with the garden hose. It didn't show up any. You know, we didn't have any leak. But for some reason, with that rain and the wind, we found a few. And so all done, except for the door, which I think that should be fixed. After that, we're gonna go ahead with the thin insulate, and then we're gonna put all of that in there. I just did the foil. I will be posting a video about that. I love that stuff. You know, I'll go into in greater detail later. The next video is actually about bonded windows, and you're gonna see that I'm struggling, and you're gonna see that I had a hard time. I had the kids to help me, and but it's up and it's great. It looks awesome. So I'm a few videos behind, but you know, I'll get there, and I can't wait to show you like the foil and how awesome it is. It's like a thick, almost like a 14 mil foil. It's like a 1/4 of an inch with the you know, the foam, and then you got the foil, and it's got the sticky side. We put that all over, and then we did the temperature reading. Before, if I remember, it was reading like 150 degrees. And then when I put it up, it was reading like 95. So a big difference. I do remember that before I put it up, I couldn't touch the metal. I'm in here in Florida, so we get some pretty hot weather here. And then after the foil was up, I can actually touch it by hand, with warm. So that gave me the confidence that after I put up the thin insulate with the foil, you know, it should bring it down, hopefully in the low 90s, maybe even the upper 80s, and it will make the AC not work as hard, you know, when I want to set it for like 76 to 75 or whatnot. So all of that's later. But I just wanted to quickly, you know, get on to the video here today. Hope you guys made it okay through this storm. And this was the perfect opportunity to really test out the leaks. So we got one, and we're gonna get that fixed. And try that for the bonded windows, get it in there, caulk it around it. It worked for me. And I did that about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. And we've had a lot of rain, 100% dry. That's good, you know, for me, and hopefully it'll work for you guys as well. That's it. I'm gonna go back on the computer, and I'm gonna do some editing and catch up on my videos, and Any questions, definitely reach out to me anytime. Other than that, one on, guys. Take care.